Nothing sense is making sense. Nothing sense is
Welcome back, guys. You are here with us live Up On It with Dr. Zamaya. It is the one and only, your new favorite, Charlie Rose. And as you guys can hear the music in the background, that is our guest for today, Mr. Chapman. And the song is called Nothing Sense. A lovely, lovely song, I might add. Let's let him sing it.
See, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard you over
You
there.
heard a little bit, right?
You got the doo-wop pop thing going on.
Did you hear me?
I got you both. Boy, y'all don't know. I feel like a chicken wing between two hungry poodles. They're beautiful poodles, but Lord, I just, what to do?
We putting too much pressure on you.
No, never too much pressure. It's all good. It's all good. Never too much.
But it's nothing less. Guys, thank you for tuning in with us tonight. We greatly appreciate all of our listeners, all of our audience out there tonight. So
I want to hear another song. What's your favorite? What's your favorite song?
Let's see. On this CD, one of my favorite songs is a song called, actually I have two, but we talked about Luther earlier. So there is a song on this CD that's actually a tribute to Luther. And I'll tell you what number it is. Play track number 6.
can I see what this?
And
man,
it's
you got Luther going on there too.
It's called Why Did the Music Have to End?
Oh, wow. What's the storyline? Okay, we'll listen.
When you're all alone, you make me believe in the power of man. I was a bad boy having a party. Since you've been gone, I've been blue. Till you come back to us, don't know what we're gonna do. Why?
Yeah.
You used to like my closest friend. Your music still colors my life like fresh drops of morning dew. So, if you listen to this song and you know Luther's music, there are his song titles in every one of the verses that kind of build the song. But I heard someone say this earlier today, just in regard to the passing of Prince Rogers Nelson. And I could really identify with it. So the person was saying that they were old enough to remember when Elvis died. Mm-hmm. I am as well. And I actually had one of my best friends, Marty Burke. His mother was one of Elvis's biggest fans. And I was actually at his house that weekend that Elvis passed away. And everybody was freaking out. And I didn't get it. I just, no shade on Elvis. It didn't resonate with me like that. Mm-hmm. But when Luther died,
yes,
I got it. It was like, okay, now I understand, people running around crying and upset and can't talk. And, we allow entertainers to come into our life at so many levels in such an intimate way. And when we lose them, it is like losing a family member, your best friend. And so that's kind of basically what this song is about. It was just my kind of, getting out some of those things that I felt if I had ever had an opportunity to meet Luther, just to tell him how much of an incredible influence, he has been on me as an artist. So yeah, this is one of my favorite songs from that project.
What I love about your music is it feels good. I'm a feeler. I like to feel my music. And, you know, as soon as the tunes start going, the harmony, the tone, you know, the rhythm, everything mixed in, that's my communication background.
All right, absolutely, absolutely.
And so it's like it feels good. And I love music that I can feel. I love the fact that, you know, you brought up about how I think we underestimate the position that mass media plays in our life, because our life is greatly affected by media. Mass media, whether it's
Yes.
television, music, you know, whatever form of art a person decides to entertain with, it affects us one way or another.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so, you know, you do have those artists that, you know, you, especially when you grow up with them. And so we have like the greats, Luther Vandross, Gerald Levert, you know, now Prince is gone. And some of the other ones, Michael Jackson, you know, he was my first concert I went
Wow.
to at the Capitol Center.
Okay.
You know, so when they do leave, like it's like a part of you go, because you know that, okay, well, that's it, you know, and but sometimes it takes their death for you to really realize how they affected your life.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think,
Yeah.
you know, everybody has, you know, songs or movies or things that, you know, that mark certain points in their life,
Yes.
or you know, significant. You know, it could be a birth of a child. It could
Yes.
be, you know, a wedding, or
A
you falling in
breakup.
love, a breakup. Yes, absolutely. All of those things. So I think that, you know, it is, you know, it is easy to understand how, you know, people are feeling the way that they're feeling today and in any day. Not only just losing a musician, but, you know, someone that has impacted society in a
Yes.
way, you know, whether they're in politics or business or,
Yes.
you know, anything of that nature. When you lose something great, the loss is equal, if
Yes.
not greater,
Yes.
than, you know, than that particular individual. So, you know, let me just also say, because I'm really, really big on this.
Okay.
The musicians on this record, and if I miss some, like right now you're hearing the sax soloist, one of my good buddies from out in Virginia. I always say my brother from another mother, Mr. Rob Malatek.
Okay.
Um,
Sounds good.
the arranger that helped me work with the song, that actually has also worked with me on every record I've done, is an incredible pianist by the name of Mr. Jonathan Davis,
Okay.
who's also locally University of Maryland graduate. I should say no, he's a Hampton graduate. He'd be mad if I tried to put him on University of Maryland. But at any rate, Kevin Sykes, I believe, is on drum, and I believe that is my good friend Mr. Adrian Norton from Phase 2 Jazz on the bass. And you know, I don't do any of those instruments, so I need those guys to,
Yeah.
you know, to help me. And also in the background is the songbird, Miss Sarita Davis. She's also a local vocalist from the DMV. So, you know, when I do these things, I'm blessed to be able to have, you know, family to come in and help me kind of birth that vision.
Awesome.
You
awesome.
guys sound absolutely amazing.
They did an incredible
Thank you.
job. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So listen, tell our audience, you know, how to get in touch with you, because we're gonna shift a little bit. So,
Absolutely, I'm ready for the shift.
Your,
So,
your social
if you-
media
if-
and
if-
all that good stuff.
if you want to find me in the 10,000 things that I do, you know, I got 3 jobs like I do here.
That's why it's so
May I,
easy.
when I have one, may I have 3. And if I count my family, I got about 6 or 7.
Okay, all right.
But if you want to find me, you can always catch me via email at chapmusic, that's CHAPMUZIC, at Comcast.net. It's just, that's the best place to get it in touch with us. That's our email address for Chap Music Productions. I'm on social media. If you do the Facebook thing, you can find me there, just my name. I know we were laughing about that. You know, it's like, you use your real name? Yeah, I use my real name. I can't hide. My name is not really Joe Smith. For those Empire fans, you know, I didn't change my name when I slept under the lion. My name not Lucius. That's my show, y'all.
Oh,
but
well, wait a minute. Oh my God, I cannot do you a disservice. Listen, to our audience out there, if you would like to call in, he's still going to be with us for the next hour, but
Absolutely.
if you would like to call in and talk to Mr. Vince Chapman, you can call in at 240-455-5934. Again, that number is 240-455-5934. Please call in and talk to him and show our guests some love.
Somebody call and say hello. Don't make me go outside to disguise my voice and talk to myself.
And then he gonna make a new song. They won't call me.
How come you don't call me?
Come on. They got that first touch. They got that first touch. Where's Sheila E on the drums now?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But, and those are the best places also in terms of for Prime Images. If you're interested in seeing what we do in terms of on the photography end, you can find us on the web at Prime Images. That's images with a Z. I'm stuck on Z's, yes, instead of an S. So it's PRIMEIMAGEZ.com, and you can get the email address and get in contact with us that way. And you can always find us through the good family here at eLife Media. And if you forget everything and only remember Dr. Zamaya, hopefully she won't delete my number from her phone, and she and the sweet Charlie Rose can put us in contact together as well.
I will definitely, anybody who contacts me trying to get in contact with you, please know, rest assured that he will get your message.
Absolutely. So what are these other things?
Yeah. Okay, now y'all really gonna want to call in on some of this stuff. So our topic of discussion for today, and again, I'm so glad you're here, so that we can get your thoughts and kind of weigh in on some of these topics. They're real life issues that people actually live and they go through. So I definitely don't want to close out the show without helping somebody tonight in some kind of way. But the other day, I was scrolling through the TV, and I came across a title that said True Life. So I said, okay, well, let me see what this is all about. So I clicked on it, and when I opened, up the actual show, it said cousins who marry cousins. So automatically I thought that was like sickening, but it happens. It's life. It's real to some people. So I began to think about, how would I feel if that happened in my family? If one of my relatives, because it doesn't just have to be, it's not just occluded to cousins. It could be anybody, because we've heard stories about fathers marrying their daughters, all kind of crazy stuff we think. But I thought about a couple of questions, and I still want your music to be playing. We still going to be, pumping your music out there. But I thought about this question. What do you think about people who support marriages between family members? And should they be exiled, or should they be exiled from the family?
Wow.
And we're taking calls, 240-455-5934.
Well, you know what my answer is before I open my mouth. You gotta live your life and do you, but as for me and mine, outside of the whole medical part of it and being too close and the issues that may come because of that.
And by the way, they had 2 children.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
God bless the child. Okay. I'm not with that. I just can't lie.
Okay, so I have a question. Did they know that they were cousins before they got?
Yeah.
And they still?
No.
Okay. I can't get with it.
I mean, so okay, real talk. When you're young, I mean real young, 5, 6, 7, you may see people in your family and older members in your family, what have you, or so, let's say you're 7 and you have some cousin that's a teenage girl. You might see and think or be attracted, but I think once you realize that that's your family, then
that's your brother.
Yeah, all of that kind of goes out the window. Mm-hmm. So I can't co-sign on that.
The thing for me is that it leads to a greater issue, which is incest. And unfortunately, that is still going on, still very much alive in the world today. A lot of people are really, you know, being violated by family members and things like that. So for me to actually see or have, you know, family members willingly come together in that manner, it was very disturbing. Now, I felt sorry for the girl's mother because she didn't agree with it, but she still loved her daughter and she wanted to support her daughter no matter, because the daughter was going to do what she wanted to do. And they saw each other at a family reunion. And they, you know, realized that they were cousins, and that's how they started talking.
There are so many jokes in this conversation right now.
But it's true. It was on cable, True Life.
Yeah.
So, you know, I felt sorry for the mother because you can tell she was like very disturbed behind the whole situation, but at the same time, that was her daughter. Now, her brother has completely exiled her from the family, and they were contemplating on moving, and she didn't want to move because she wanted to kind of stay close to her family and things like that. So what ended up happening was they went to a birthday party of her niece. It was her niece's birthday party, and when they got there, the brother would not allow them to come in the house. So do you, I mean, how do you think the family who was actually